Say what needs to be said. It's your host, your big dog, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, with my co-host, EP, Mr. Elton Patterson, EP The Truth. We in the building, baby. We back.
We
like
here.
We never left.
We are here, ready to roll, baby, ready to roll. So much stuff going on.
So much stuff going on, man. It's wild out in the world, man. It's some extraordinary crazy things going on, and then just some crazy things going on, man. It's
Right.
You know, we got the worldly things going on. We don't know if we're gonna enter in World War II, III, whatever it is, and all type of crazy stuff going on. But man, it's crazy, man. But on another note, man, your background looking real spiffy back there, brother. You look good.
Yeah.
Gotta commit. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with giving each other compliments.
Right.
Let men know there's nothing wrong with giving each other compliments. Brother, you look good today, brother. You looking good. Hey. You looking young. You looking refreshed, rejuvenated, all that good stuff, brother.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Hey, a lot of water. Hey, inside, but a lot of water. Hey, the background though, as you can see, I got my jersey. I got my client, Damian Pierce. I got a few more, but I don't want to mess up the camera to show you. I got a line of jerseys up, but you know, just upgrading a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll get into that one day. We probably give them a tour of the man cave, studio, how we get down. D-Pat in the building, baby. We love you, brother. What's happening?
Hey, what up, D? Hey, appreciate that, man. I got the fresh cut today. I appreciate it.
I tell you, hey, see, it ain't just me, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with giving our brothers, giving each other compliments. Ain't no craziness going on. My brother looking good. He looking fresh, looking young, rejuvenated. So, hey, man, we like it.
Water. Oh, one more thing. I've been vegan. Like I did fresh vegan about 3 days. I don't want to overtalk it. I asked Rick, the vegan barber. He's probably gonna log on in a second. If he's gonna do it with me, he wrote me back. I don't know. So you know how Rick is. But he on, but he gonna be real with you when he don't know.
Hey, then that must be a reason why you're looking like that. It must be the vegan getting rid of all the meats and toxic things that's going in your body. And good, you got to take care of your body. If y'all don't know, health is wealth, baby. You could be rich as you want to, but that health, if it ain't there, you ain't gonna be able to enjoy that wealth, and you can't continue to gain that wealth. So that's what health is wealth mean, man. So congrats, brother. Clap it up for EP. One time. Monday morning vibes, baby. We here, you know what I mean? So let's get into it. So first thing and foremost, you know, Tampa Bay Bucks, right? They had signed Mike Evans, right? And I was like, whoa, man, y'all jumped the gun. Y'all went and signed Mike Evans, you know, one of the key players to that team and that team's success. And also, like, he's a Tampa Bay legend, man. I mean, he's been there his whole career, you know, pretty much, and doing his thing and lighting it up. So they jumped out there. It looked like they was going to allow him to be a free agent. Then they signed him back. Boom, gave him a 2-year. I think it was a $50 million deal. Don't quote me on that, but something
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you in a second.
Yeah, you can. He'll get it right. EP The Truth. That's why EP The Truth. He got all the facts and the specifics and things like that.
Facts and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they jumped out there and then they signed Mike Evans, right? So I was wondering, because free agency is pretty much, they say right now the door has opened and it starts officially, I think Wednesday at 1 o'clock or something like that. And just yesterday, they got the deal done with Baker Mayfield, who is just as important as Mike Evans. And to me, that was bothering me because I was wondering, are they going to sign Mike Evans without signing Baker Mayfield? And boom, they got that deal done. But it was very close and scary because you let him test that free agency and he starts smelling these different teams and monies and things like that and getting enticed to go somewhere else and don't come back. That would have been scary. But for me, is this a win for Tampa Bay? I'm gonna let you give your take first. I'm gonna let you get into it and get into the facts, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about the future of Tampa and Tampa Bay, Mike Evans with Baker Mayfield and Chris Godwin and so on and so forth. But go ahead, brother.
Right. So Mike Evans, he signed a 2-year, $41 million deal. Essentially, it's $29 million guaranteed. Right. Now, the good part is that he got $21 million roster bonus, and basically he's gonna get on the 18th of March. He's gonna get $10 million, right? Signing, bam, huge money, right? And then again, he's gonna get $11.9 million on April 4th. So basically, when you look into these kind of things on why Mike signed that deal, because people are questioning, like, would he have made more on the market, right?
Mhm.
Free agency, it's exactly what it is. Free agency. You don't know what you can get. He could probably get
less,
right? You
definitely
get more, you can
less
get
money,
less.
you know.
And it's all about knowing your market. And that's the only thing I tell players is, regardless of what the numbers say, know your market. And it seems like Mike knew his market. He said he loves Tampa. He wants to stay there. He wants to be a Buccaneer. He don't like change. Some people feel like he might have shortchanged himself by going with. But you know what? It ain't about that. He knows where he at in life. He don't probably need $1 billion. He just need enough money to be safe, and he's happy. He's cool. Let's get this deal done. 2 years. I might re-up in a couple of years. I might retire. But I can't say that that's a bad sign for them. I think he likes it, and I think he's where he wants to be. And the money's not bad. It's probably not the $120 million deal, but it's not bad at all.
The money's great. It was a 2-year deal.
Right.
Well, my question to you: what do you think? What do you think about the future of Tampa Bay? Do you think they have a chance to make that run and solidify what they wasn't able to accomplish last year? Can they get to the big game?
Man, I think it's a whole 5-year plan. I think a lot of teams don't look year to year; they look 5 years. And being that they won the Super Bowl with Brady, obviously a few years ago, they not really expected to come in and win another Super Bowl within 3 years. They're in a rebuilding phase. And the parts now, my personal opinion is that the parts that they have aren't necessarily solidified. Let's go win the Super Bowl. It's more so like, let's not go 0-16 or 0-17. And Baker is just enough by what you could tell by the contract they gave him. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you saw the contract they gave him, right?
Right. Yeah. I saw the contract. Big contract. 3 year. What is 3 year, $100 million, something like that?
Well, Baker Mayfield's contract is 3 year, $100 million, but essentially, you can think of it as a 2-year deal, $60 million contract, and they're making him show his worth by 2026 by giving him a base salary of $26 million in 1 year. So, yeah, it's a good deal, great deal, but it's not compared to the Lamar Jacksons, all that stuff. So even though they paid him good, I think it's more so that the money's good in the NFL right now. Is it a guy we want on our team? Yes. Can we deal with him for a couple more years? Remember the 5-year plan? That'll put him at 5 years to reevaluate. Do we need to go get a franchise quarterback and all this stuff? But it wasn't the elite deal. You know what I'm saying? So, right. But everybody's satisfied though. It's Tampa Bay. So what you got, man? What you thinking of the whole scenario?
So before I touch on it, are they a Super Bowl caliber team?
No, I'm gonna say
2024 season.
No, I'm gonna say no. I don't think they're Super Bowl caliber. I think they did some good stuff. They made it to the playoff last year, but I still don't think they're Super Bowl.
And they won a playoff game. They won a playoff game. You know, right. I think they fell short to the Detroit Lions.
Right.
But yeah. So
it's Baker Mayfield too. Now here's the last thing I'm gonna say. It's Baker Mayfield. He's streaky. You know he's a gamer. Nobody doubts that Baker ever since his days at Oklahoma. He's gonna be a gamer. But do you think he's got it to where he's going to sustain it for the amount of years, which is probably the question that the GM asked. Do we see him as a franchise quarterback, or he may have one great year, then next year he's going to fall off? They don't know. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think the perception is playing on our emotions when it comes to Baker Mayfield. I think, like you say, he is who he is. He's a streaky type of player. He definitely has energy and a player you want to play with. I don't know about his ego and, the arrogance or whatever he bring to the table and stuff like that. But as far as I see and things like that, he's the player that you want on your team and bring that type of energy. But the perception is that he's revived his career. He's doing great. He led this team to the playoffs. But the vision is and that's what I mean. So you got to give you credit when credit's due. You led this team to the playoffs. They made it to the playoffs. You won a playoff game. You beat the Eagles and things like that. But in reality, can you do it again? When these teams in what is it, the NFC East get better and continue to get better and better? I don't know, man. Baker Mayfield, to me, he's not the championship caliber quarterback, but in the right situation with the right talent, timing, the vision, things like that, stuff can pop off as we seen last year. But for me, for him to repeat and do what he did last year, I think that would be a big stretch. You know, Mike Evans, like I say, they brought the key players back into talent, but I don't know, man. I always think about how he handled Odell Beckham when he was when he was in Cleveland, when Cleveland and Odell Beckham and Baker Mayfield was together. So you live and grow. So that's why I love to give people a chance and opportunity to see what they can do in the future, because you know, you're learning from your mistakes, you grow and you mature and stuff like that. And like I say, man, things come at you so fast coming in NFL, being young and all that attention and stardom is coming at you. You know, it comes to your core character, how you were raised and built. And, you know, sometimes some people don't know how to handle it right off the rip, and it takes a while. But, you know, I don't know. We can see, like I say, this division you got the Carolina Panthers. They definitely not going to be doing anything. You got the New Orleans Saints. Possibility. You know, they're going to be challengeable. But the Atlanta Falcons is definitely someone you got to be worried about, and they will be challenging them. You know what I mean?
Depends on who their quarterback.
They're quarterback away.
Depends on who their quarterback is going to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're quarterback away. They're quarterback away. And they was in the talks of getting Justin Fields, obviously. And like I said, they're going to use him as a backup or, you know, a hybrid type situation. But they're in the draft. They're going to get somebody. They're going to get somebody somehow, some way. They want a quarterback. Like Raheem Morris said, he says, I probably wouldn't be here as the new coach if the quarterback play was good. Right. So he's letting it be known, man. So,
but Tampa Bay today, if I had to give they're coming out on top of that division. I got to give them the best team in that division as of right now.
Yeah,
they're the most solidified team in that division. When you just broke it down, it made me realize how bad that division was.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
So maybe they're making moves to just get out of the division. Like, no matter what, let's go ahead and sign Baker. Let's go ahead and sign Mike. We're going to be the best team in this division, and we can go from there, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, like I say, Atlanta's a quarterback away from just wrecking half of it in that division with Bajan, the running back, and
Robinson.
Things like that. Yeah. Man,
Robinson.
Yeah, I like them. So we'll see. We're gonna see. We'll be here to talk about free agency. Free agency officially hits Wednesday, and we're gonna get into it and see how we see what we think about these new signs.
Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've been on the road, but I think free agency is today. If I'm not mistaken,
I think they said you can make deals today, but the official league year and the new when you can make things official is like Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Or you probably you won't hear any announcements. You know, things like that, but we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
But let's get into some boxing, man. If y'all only seen Anthony Joshua and Francis
Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou. They went at it. And Francis Ngannou, man, he had all that hype. Who he had fought before that? Tyson Fury or somebody?
Yep. Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. He had a fight with Tyson Fury, did good, beat him, knocked him out, right?
Yep. No. No, Francis did not win. He didn't. Nobody got knocked out. They were just surprised that he knocked Tyson Fury down. He's the heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
right. Knocked him down, and he had a bunch of momentum, thinking like, "Oh, he's the next great heavyweight boxer that we've been missing."
Right. Yes. So that was the context behind that. The hype was that this guy is the next best thing. He just fought Tyson Fury, knocked him down, put haymakers on him, basically. You know what I mean? And one thing we like to tell y'all, because we boxing fans, we've been in the boxing ring. I have actually been in boxing matches, and I've been in that fire. It's not nothing you play. Once you get in those four corners, it's not a game. It is absolutely not a game. And if y'all ain't see this Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou
Don't worry, I got you, brother. I got you all. Don't worry.
Francis Ngannou fight. Man, I want to know y'all thoughts. Y'all got to let me know in the comments, because listen, man, I don't understand. I'm a little perplexed when it comes to this fight, right? I'm straddling a little bit, right? First of all, you're getting in here. You've been an MMA fighter your whole life. You're kicking and you're wrestling and things like that. You get in here against this heavyweight champ with his gloves on, and you think you can do what you did to Tyson Fury, and then boom, you get knocked out. But my question is, because it was a little suspect. I don't know if y'all seen the footage and things like that. He got hit. He got hit hard.
Right.
But the way he fell, if you see the way his leg went back and it kind of flicked out, like, was this stage? Is this another stage situation? Because like I said, this man was making $600,000 in MMA. They said that was reported his highest pay as an MMA fighter. Now you have an opportunity to go fight for $20 million against Anthony Joshua. And all you have to do, this is going to change your life.
Right.
All you have to do is go out there and perform, make it look good, and make this knockout look like it's real.
Right.
And will you agree to this?
Right.
Is this what's going on in boxing? Is boxing ruined now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think boxing is going into the entertainment category, which I don't mind because I like to be entertained. But as a true boxing fan like me and you, we kind of get let down when it's not that competitive. And let me tell you why. When you go back to the Tyson Fury fight that he fought, it's like Tyson he wasn't even taking it serious. Tyson had another fight within 3 or 4, maybe 6 weeks. He was out of shape. He was like, yeah, I'm different. He was thinking Tyson Fury, I'm about to go in here and just pretty much what you call it, spar, right? It's gonna be spar. This guy's MMA. He's not really good. And if you saw Tyson Fury face, he was like, whoa.
Right.
He threw that haymaker and connected. So he started feeling power. So in the middle of a fight, Tyson Fury had to pull everything he had to just get the decision. But that's just Tyson not being prepared. That wasn't the Tyson Fury that fought Deontay Wilder, or not.
Right.
It was just it was almost like on Rocky when they did the celebrity boxing match and Thunder Lips, aka Hulk Hogan, got serious on him, right? You don't remember that Rocky 3?
Yeah,
he got serious. He's like, whoa, what's this about? Take your gloves off.
Right.
But it got so much momentum. Start building. All of a sudden, Francis Ngannou can fight Joshua, right? And it's like, whoa, now Joshua kind of came in, even if it was strong. I'm not the one to judge. But Joshua had to go in there and make a statement like, you're going to earn this 20. Even if we fixed it, you're going to earn this 20 million. And a point that you made about boxing, you do not play boxing. I put that on my Facebook account. It got over 30 views, right? 30,000 views on it, on people looking at him getting his knee bent, right? You don't play boxing. And it's almost like right before he got knocked out, you look in his eyes and he realized, I can't go nowhere. I can't call timeout. I'm tired. I'm delirious. And I see this right coming, but I can't do anything about it. And he got knocked out flush.
I can't kick. I can't wrestle.
I can't
grab him. Just use my hands. That's the rules over here. And I think the same thing that happened to Tyson Fury ended up happening to him. He felt that power and was like shocked. Like I say, I've been in boxing matches and I fought heavyweights, I fought lightweights, because I didn't understand boxing. So I was just being competitive, jumping in there. And you feel different powers, even if you're blocking. You know what I mean? When somebody makes contact with you and he's a heavyweight and his hands is bigger and stronger than somebody else you was fighting, it's a big difference. And you have to have the mentality, the heart to say, I can deal with this. I'm gonna keep fighting. I ain't gonna lay down. You know what I mean? It's a serious situation. And that's why you say you don't play that, man. And now I can understand, I can understand the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, entertainment type of situation. But when you're trying to bring a MMA fighter to fight a heavyweight champion that's been through the battles, man, you're playing with the game. And if you want to turn it to the WWE and WWF wrestling, then okay, so be it. But at least let us know, this is entertainment boxing and this is real boxing. So, we don't get our hopes up all high and think we finna see a good match and the guys out there doing WWE type characteristics and shit going on. Man.
you know what's I think he was really tired. He was really hurt. But you know what's crazy about it is me and you watched boxing. We watched Anthony Joshua over the few years. And we don't even think that, well, let me talk for me. I don't know how you feel. I don't think he was that elite. I think he's a very good fighter. Will I put him elite? I don't know. I didn't know if he even had the heart or, he's a great, great fighter, but he looked all world against Francis Ngannou. And it's only because Francis is not a boxer, but they put him in there and put him past everybody else that probably deserved the shot. But it's entertainment. It's almost like Anthony Joshua is almost like that heavyweight division. They're trying to find some more excitement.
Simple as that. Simple as that, man. Simple as that, man. So, man, yeah, man, for the boxing world, we had to touch on that because that was crazy. And we want to see y'all thoughts. If y'all agree with us or y'all disagree with us, did it look real? Is it real, or was it staged? Did the man come in there, Francis, come in there to get his $20 million and say, "All right, deuces, baby, second round, hey, I made $20 million in 6 minutes, boy."
You look up at that clock. How much time left? Oh, we in the second round. All right, cool. I'm about to get up out of here. Then.
About that time. It's about that time. Hey, Anthony, deliver that one hitter quitter, baby. I know you got it.
I don't even want to go through the round. I want to walk out and stand in front of him.
Right.
Let him draw up and knock me out. I'm cool.
If it was me, if I accepted the $20 million, like any of us would, you know what I mean? I would at least dance around, have some fun with it. You know what I mean? Make a little contact, might make a mad boo. You know what I mean? Kind of like how you saying, like Apollo did the Russian. You know what I mean? He made it entertainment, but he was supposed to win. That was you got screwed up. But I'm gonna make it fun. I might come out there dancing, having fun. You know what I mean? Go out there jab. Then get knocked out.
Right.
Then it's great entertainment. You know what I mean? Make it entertainment. Make it is what it is. So we don't have
I see what you said. Rarely do somebody get knocked out like that and fall like that. It's like it's kind of
could be. He hit him in the temple. It's a debate, man. We'll see.
Right.
And now you got the Dynasty, guys. Right? We got the Dynasty, and the new episode just came out. Right? And my main thing about the Dynasty, the way they're portraying everything, and I like what I see. I like that Mr. Kraft is coming out and doing his thing, but my main and my most genuine thing is I hate the way Bill Belichick handled Tom Brady, and it's coming out more and more. And all these jabs and things he was doing, as you see, you got Wes Welker come out there. He told Tom Brady, "Look, man, you're like an abused dog around here, right, man?" And it's like, yes, Tom, you are being mistreated. You should have some type of level of respect around here as a patriot. And as you're winning, after going through all this, the hate, the Spygate and all these things, Bill Belichick throws him under the bus. He throws him under the bus after the Spygate. I mean, not the Spygate, I'm sorry, the Deflategate. All these gates going on, they got going in Patriot land. Bill Belichick throws him under the bus when this comes up. He says, "I don't have nothing to do with these balls, basically." And to give y'all better context, Tom Brady will come up here and tell y'all what was going on with the ball situation. And it's like, what the heck is going on? No one came out and just basically said, there is nothing going on with these balls. Stop asking me about this. This is preposterous. I'm not going to sit here and listen to y'all talk about some balls getting deflated and things like that. And they let that stuff just carry on and then carry it on. And then Bill Belichick, I hate how he's just throwing Tom Brady under the bus. He's saying, Brady, it's your situation. Go deal with it. Go in front of the media and explain something. And it's funny. This situation right here, it's like, I don't know if people know about the laws and the rules of the world, but you can get yourself indicted in life. Meaning like, if y'all don't know what indicted is, meaning like you can get arrested and charged by a grand jury by your statements you made or something you said or someone you was speaking to. And that's what this seemed like happened right here. With this Spygate situation, not the Spygate, I keep saying the Spygate, goddamn the Deflategate situation, it seemed like they made the indictment on themselves. They brought all this attention. They made Roger Goodell suspend Tom Brady. They made Roger Goodell fine Mr. Kraft. And it was like, all this is forced, and it was like a non-issue, and it was nothing. And I just, like I said, I hate the way Tom Brady was portrayed in this whole situation. And the last thing is, like I said, how don't you let Tom Brady continue to finish his career as a Patriot and retire on his terms?
Right.
That is the worst diagnosis of a player I have ever seen. Talking about Tom Brady is too old, and he's these stats, his completion rate over 20 yards, trying to make up any example to throw him under the bus. And that's, man, that's what that just drives me crazy about the whole Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, the dynasty thing, man. And yeah, like Mr. Kraft is going to keep coming out and he's going to keep talking about it. He's going to keep expressing how he felt the situation went down, and he want everybody to know, man. And yeah, we're going to keep covering this, and I'm going to keep big ups to Mr. Kraft because I think this was needed. I think this was well needed, man.
Hey, so D-Pat had a question for you. It says, do you think Brady knew about these deflated balls, and do you think Mr. Kraft is producing this documentary to control the narrative?
Yes, I think he's producing this documentary
right,
to, yes, control the narrative, but also to let things be known that are true and factual. I think he feels like he's been sitting back for the past 15, 20 years and letting Bill Belichick dictate everything and make the decisions and feeling like it's Bill Belichick. His power and his influence is the reason for the success. And he's, sometimes we're going to get into self-evaluation and evaluating yourself too. And I think sometimes when you reflect, like Mr. Kraft was starting to do, and start self-evaluating and look back at situations, especially when dealing with Tom Brady, it was starting to wake him up, and especially when he thought Tom Brady, like I said, Tom Brady, he told Bill told Mr. Kraft that Tom Brady was falling off. And then for him to go and do what he did, that was the slap in his face, because this is the world's greatest ever. Now, Mr. Kraft wasn't able to let this guy retire at his team on his own terms. That whole situation was just, crazy right there. But as far as the balls, nah, man, no way, man. There's no way. I mean, even if the balls did have a little less air pressure to them, everybody ball, like, I don't know, what's checks, like, come on, like, everybody's trying to reach, like Mr. Kraft said during the documentary, with winning comes jealousy and envy, and that's something you can't cure at the end of the day. You know what I mean? When you're doing all this winning, you're having all this success, and people can't figure out how to be successful or, defeat you, they have to come up with situations. They have to come up with things and ways to try to, like you say, control the narrative and discredit you. And I think that's all that was going down, D-Pat. You know what I mean? So,
right. Hey, and then I think it's probably one of those situations to where they know everybody does, even if it was something, it was probably a normal cultural thing for a quarterback to get a little bit more grip, right? And everybody does it. Probably maybe half of the league quarter. It just depends on, some people like a firm ball. Some people like a little one they can grip a little bit more. They're not even thinking it's an advantage or not. It's just what you like. And all of a sudden they get caught, but they're not going to say everybody does it. They're going to say, Tom, explain your reason. Come on. Bill Belichick sit Tom up. They're like, hey, come explain your reason. And he like, hold on, wait 1 second, because this might be serious.
He just sitting at the podium, just all like smiling, like, hey, Tom, can you explain the deflate gate? And the ball was, nothing was going on. I promise you guys, I played this game with the most integrity. And he was like, he was just smiling, like, I'm like, bro, tell them no, nothing was going on. Like, say it loud and clear. So, there's nothing else to be said. I think, I don't know if people was having fun with that situation, but,
it's similar. You know what it's similar to? It's like college football, right? And it's like, oh, they paid that player to go there. And everybody know that they was paying players back in the day some kind of way. And everybody like, I can't say everybody paid players, right? When they took Reggie Bush Heisman,
Yeah.
They just had to sit back on the podium and be like, yeah, because they can't let everybody know that the game is tainted. So I get it. They just got caught up in a situation, and it fell on basically Tom and Mr. Kraft at the end of the day.
Yeah. And Belichick, remember, he was just going through the Spygate, so he don't want nothing to do with no damn Deflategate. He like, no, I have nothing to do with any of the balls, with any tire pressure, air pressure in the balls, anything. That is Tom. Tom will be here next on the podium. He can explain any questions y'all have to do with this ball, and he will let y'all know. And Bill Belichick, boy, if that ain't the most dry snitching thing I ever seen happen in the NFL and in the Patriots Way organization, that was it. That was dry snitching at its finest, boy. Bill Belichick don't want to say, he don't want to give any context or any explanation of anything about these balls. You could have just said the balls are not being deflated. They are regulated by the NFL, whatever the rules are, they're being checked, and that's it. And you be quiet like you usually do, Bill Belichick, and he ain't want to do that. Put it on Tom, boy. God dang, boy. And you know what? It's a crazy thing too that, like, I thought I knew pretty much all it was to know about the Patriots and all those things like that. And like they pretty much took everything I've been saying for years and made it nice and neat and bunched it up and put it in a nice documentary with Mr. Kraft on there to give it, make it legit pretty much. But one thing I didn't understand that I understand now from watching Mr. Kraft speak and stuff like that, and it makes sense. It's like Tom was looking for validation from Bill Belichick. And you can get consumed in Bill Belichick like that, the way he continues to be negative, even when we're winning and stuff like that. And you want to prove him right. You want to show him that you're doing right. And I think that's what Tom ended up getting caught up in, trying to validate his success and his greatness to Bill Belichick. And he want Bill Belichick to just say, yes, that was great, that was good, and all the time, and so on and so forth. And one day he woke up and said, forget this mess. But yeah, I didn't really see that and didn't understand that. But now it makes a little sense. And yeah, that's what Tom was caught up in. But hey, man, he fought through all that craziness and made it happen and still was able to be the great Tom Brady. Injuries, coaching, you got defensive coordinators becoming offensive coordinators. You got, low end of the talent. I could go on and on and on. Y'all know Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the man. But let's go to go ahead.
No, I was just saying, when you think about it, everybody think about his physical attributes, the Super Bowl, and how good he was on the field. I'm over here enamored by the way the mental stuff he had to go through and still be successful. It's like, wow. Like, when you get behind the scenes and understand what he had to deal with, all that pressure as a person, and come produce on the field. That's what's kind of cool.
Yeah. Man, it says a lot, man. Everybody says the same thing about Tom, but yeah, man, Tom is Tom. That's why he is the greatest.
Right.
Now let's move to a lower level caliber quarterback. And that ain't no shots, just being real. We got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had his great times, and he was great a couple years over there in Seattle and did his thing. And he had a situation in Denver with Sean Payton, and now he's moved on. And like we said, free agency starts Wednesday, so everything will be official Wednesday. And now they're saying Russell Wilson is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Wow. What do we think of this? And what's the head coach name for the Steelers again?
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah, I'm about to say Tom for his first name, Tomlin. Mike Tomlin. Is Mike Tomlin the coach that can revive Russell Wilson's career? Right? And for me, I think everyone chases that Tom Brady, Peyton Manning situation, that era where these guys was able to go to different teams at the age of 40 or late 30s and still be successful. Peyton Manning went over there. He was able to win the Super Bowl. He even won the MVP. He had crazy odds when he got to Denver. And then Tom Brady, obviously, what he did. But for Russell Wilson, I don't really see that opportunity for him to revive and be back to greatness where he used to be. And yeah, if someone can revive the humility, the character, the motivation, I think it's Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin can get into Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson, I think he's kind of checked out of the reality of what it takes to be that hard-nosed, grinding type football player. And so for me, I don't know where this is leading to and how this is playing out. He's expendable at any time. Obviously, it's a 1 year at minimum deal because he's getting all that money left over from Denver. But I don't, they got Kenny Pickett. That's who they supposed to be building, this football team around. And I don't even see, Russell Wilson, I don't see him. Like I say, a team needs 2 starting quarterbacks, but I don't see Russell Wilson as the guy that can come over there and make Kenny Pickett better. Someone that Kenny Pickett can learn from. I don't think Russell Wilson is that person. So this signing to me is like, man, I don't really understand it. And like you say, he's expendable, so they can release him at any time. But I don't know, man. Maybe they had a different talk, and Mike Tomlin, convinced him of certain things. But what's your take, brother? How you feel about Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh?
Well, Russell is my guy from our previous shows, and I had to talk with my mom, and she was like, "Be careful about talking about people." And I was like, "Mom, I'm not talking about Russell. He's a nice guy. He's a good husband, right? Great father to Sierra's kid. So that might have messed him up in Denver, though, because like you say, he went with a new coach that's totally opposite, and it's like oil and water, right?" Mm-hmm. And she admitted that sometimes people in the world look at nice guys as a weakness, or they just don't commend that. So he got rooted out of Denver. There's no doubt about it. Now,
let's talk about Mom first. Rooted out of Denver. Oh, so Mom, Mom, she wants us to make sure we're handling everything right. And Mom, we're not, how we say it, we're not talking about people. We're criticizing football. Right. So that we want to make sure we stay in that era right there, that niche right there. We want to make sure we're criticizing football. Now, if something is distracting him from football, we might bring it up because that's what we think. Right. Now, like you said, she admitted that nice guys. You had to have a talk with her about nice guys.
Yeah, we had a nice breakfast, and we was talking about nice people. She said the world is messed up because basically nice guys finish last. And I was like, Mom, I pick on Russell that, he's a good man, and Sierra didn't like it in Denver, and that's why he's leaving, all this stuff. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with being a nice, wholesome, God-fearing man. It's just not respected everywhere. And we both agreed on that one, that everybody don't respect that all the time.
Me too, Mama Patterson. I don't understand what is going on in this world. And we had plenty of talks. My brother EP had plenty of talks about that. And it's like, I don't understand. It's like when people see the niceness and see the things that you do and bend over backward for someone, everyone they want to take advantage of you, or they look at you as soft in our culture, as someone you can run over, and they're going to take advantage of it. I'm gonna say 60 to 70% of the world are going to take advantage of someone being nice to them.
Right.
And that is so bizarre and crazy to me. I just don't understand that. Why does nice guys have to finish last? Because I consider myself a nice guy. I want to be a nice guy. I don't want to be out here acting crazy and have to stand on business all the time and jump in the fire. I just want to be nice, polite, and move on. I want people to do the same to me. But
hold on, you got to ask other people if they think you're a nice guy. You can't say you're a nice guy. That's not how that
works. Hey, I ain't asking nobody on Twitter. Ain't nobody on Twitter. Y'all don't have no opinions because y'all just reading messages. Y'all don't even know me. So, I mean, y'all can't be talking about I ain't no nice guy. So, I don't know. I don't know how we going to do a survey, but I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into that. You know, how do you figure that stuff out? Right? How do you figure that stuff out? But, man, nice guys should be able to be respected just as how the young girls, they wanted the bad boys and the hoodlums and the thugs back in when they was kids and stuff like that. The nice guys should be respected just as well as them. Because guess what? The hoodlums and the thugs and the scammers, they ain't got no health insurance. They ain't got no 401k. They ain't got no benefits. So guess what? He was learning wrong, god darn it.
It definitely don't have life insurance, which
ain't
is
got no life insurance. So,
hey, but I think it's a
man.
that's something we can dig into that one day, because that's something I think it's cultural, you know, like just the persona of what you should be and how life should be. It's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
back to Russell in Pittsburgh. I think it's a good move if he ends up there. And the reason why is, like you said, Mike Tomlin. He's a black coach. This would be Russell's first black coach, right? He's with Pete Carroll, and then he's with who's the coach in Denver? Sean Payton. Yeah, Sean Payton. So going into like knowing Mike Tomlin, like when I met him a few times, he's always like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Cool." He's one of us, and he tells Russell, "Be you. I like you. Be a good God-fearing man. Be a husband. Come in here, work hard, study. I believe in you." I think that's what Russell needed, to where I don't think Russell's done. I just think he was in the wrong scenario. Who wants to play in Seattle anyways? Like, it rains all the time there. Denver, you got Sean Payton, just the opposite personality, looking at you every day in this meeting room. You go to Mike Tomlin, you feel like you came home. Hey, what's up, bro? And I guarantee he has a good year this year, man. I like that move.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Like you say, he's getting back to his culture. Mike Tomlin might make him feel more welcoming, more like you say, go be you. I know you have the capabilities, go be you. But still, like I said, Mike Tomlinson might be the correct person to bring it out of him, but I just don't see it in him no more. But we'll see. And that's a good point. You know, that's a good debate that me and my brother EP, we can elaborate on. We're going to see how it pans out for Mr. Russell Wilson. And I wish him nothing but the best. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy. I hope it's not a nice guys finish last type situation. And Mike Tomlin's going to treat him right. You know what I mean? He's going to go over there and be embraced. But how does that feel when people want to play future now? He just got to suck it up. Got to suck it up.
That is a good question.
That's one thing you got to stay humble in life. You don't get too high, don't get too low. You come in there, I don't want to hear nobody playing future, this and that. Now, guess what? Every team you go to now, you got to deal with whatever they're going to play and whatever, however it comes. Because you can't come over here talking about you don't play no future.
Right, in the stadium or the locker room, knowing you his teammate, you definitely got future playing as soon as you walk in.
You know what I mean?
Turn it up.
You think Ciara moving to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think she's going to Pittsburgh. I think it's a whole vibe, man. I think the whole family's going to move out there. I think Tomlin's going to embrace it. He's going to lift them up, and he's going to admire Russell for what everybody ridiculed him for. And I think it's going to be like a comfortable place for him. I think Tomlin's going to personally invite Ciara. He's going to call her Cece, like, "Hey, Cece, what's up, girl?" And she's going to like, "Dang, this is a whole new vibe. You playing the NFL with coaches like this?" It's not a lot of coaches like Mike Tomlin out there for this long. He's been coaching over 15 years. It's going to be a good – I think, honestly, I'm going to agree with you that Russell might have been towards the end of his career and not being able to be revived outside of this scenario with Mike Tomlin. That's what I think. I think this gives him his last little chance. If he can't do it here, bro, it's a wrap. It's nowhere else he can go.
Right. You know, they might just, I don't know if it's the competitive juices he keep flowing and he want to stay competitive, or you just have that desire to, you think you still great and think you can win championships and so on and so forth. Because, the money's there. So I don't understand, and the career after football is there. So, I don't understand what it is about, some players that want to keep playing and playing.
Well, what happens is it has to match up the home life. You're at the house, you're happy, your wife, you got kids, it's beautiful. But it got to match up with the work life, which is the NFL. So wherever you're going for work, you got to like the people you're working with. You got to be winning. It got to be fun. And I think that was the part that was missing out of Denver for Russell. It's the fun. It wasn't matching up. He was still happy at home, but he wasn't happy at Denver. And I think it may be a little bit more of a balance in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I hope so, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Hey, we got a comment in here. The Outside of Sports. That's the name. It said this their first time catching the live show.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Spread the word. Like, subscribe, tune in, man. Y'all help show some love, brother. We giving it to you raw and authentic over here, brother. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So we got the LSU brawl. You know, introduce the LSU brawl, man. If y'all ain't understand about what was going on, let Mr. Brother Patterson give us an introduction about this.
All right. So obviously it was this game. They were playing South Carolina over the weekend. And how do you pronounce the girl name? I can't pronounce the name. Yeah, the main one. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnson. They got into a brawl for whatever reason, but it became bigger because people coming in. I think one of the girls' even brother jumped over the scoreboard.
Right.
I don't want to say he came in to fight, which is definitely would have been the wrong thing, but maybe try to break it up. But that's his sister out there. Like, hey, what's going on? A lot of commotion trying to see. And it turned into a freaking brawl, man.
Yeah.
And I just don't know about this. And everybody has, I guess one of the questions I got, is it bad because it's women's sports, or is it normal because they're competitive? And would the same reaction be if it was the men's? Because it wasn't that bad. I don't think, somebody got pushed down, but nobody was swinging and all this.
Yeah, the girl Camila Cordosa, whatever, however you pronounce her name, Cordosa. She came and pushed the girl Johnson. I know her, just came and pushed down because they bumped into somebody being competitive, right?
Right.
And then, boom, came and pushed it down. But the question, my main question and my main thing is, like you said, the brother. We think it's the brother. We assume it's the brother. Jump across the table to come join in. Now, there's so many questions with that, right? First of all, I'm going to I'm gonna play pros and cons, and I'm gonna give him a little benefit of the doubt. I seen he was sitting directly behind the table. He's sitting directly behind the table, and he's sitting there watching the game innocently, right? And this is what we're gonna get into: self-evaluating, trying to play things out before things happen, right? And he's not thinking of anything negative, probably. He's not thinking of any type of brawl, fight, or any of this is about to transpire. And instantly, as he's watching this game, this intense game, his sister comes and get pushed down by this girl 2 times her size.
Right.
And his reaction, I think it's a pure reaction.
Right.
His reaction was, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me jump across. Hold on. Don't be touching my sister like that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
I think he got caught up in the reaction. But the reality of it is, EP, this is a woman's sport.
Right.
They're women competing against each other. There's no men out there.
Right.
First and foremost, you have to understand that. And then, for you to jump across the table and go on the court and act like you're security authority or any of that nature, to go out there and think you're going to break up a fight, throw a ball, or whatever you have to do, man, that has to be insanity right there, man. Like, that was like, woo, that took the cake off it right there, man. And I don't know how to explain that, EP.
Man, I think it's 2 different parts, because especially if he's the older brother, right? Because now you're looking after your little sister. So you see a bunch of commotion. Even me, I got 3 sisters. Somebody tries something. My initial reaction in my mind is to go into protect mode. Hold on, wait, let me go see what's going on. But self-awareness, we're not at the racetrack or the gas station or Walmart. We're at a game with rules and regulations, and it's a competitive field at the game, to where those emotions kind of back off, because you want to see, like, I don't mind my kid. If my kid get in a scuffle, right? I'm saying my kid, I know it's not my son, not my brother or sister, but somebody, family member, get in a scuffle on a football field or a basketball court, you're fine with that. It's sports. Like, so maybe he didn't play sports and he didn't understand that aspect. He couldn't have played sports, because if he did, he would know that those scuffles are normal part of the game. Like they probably gonna dap up each other up after the game. Like it's not a big deal. It's competitiveness. But he lost it. Like going over the scoreboard and going into the court was weird, bro. It's like you can't do that now.
His self-awareness on Madden was a 10. Like you said, he had no clue where he was at, what was going on. Like sometimes you got to just look around what's going on to understand what you can do and what you cannot do and what is tolerated and what is absolutely not tolerated. Like, man, they will hang you dry. Boy, you crazy. You jump across, man. And then it gave the majority, the folks, so I don't want to be sounding racist and things like that. It gave the majority the chance to take shots and says they caught one of the South Carolina fans doing a text, and somebody called him right in their face. I think it was one of the thug girl, LaJar Johnson, whatever, how you pronounce her name, Johnson. She's a thug, and then her thug brother jumped in, and they're all thugs and things like that. And it's just like, dang, you gave them an opportunity to have that one up on us, and it did seem crazy. But like I say, I want to give him a little benefit of the doubt. I seen where he was sitting. I'm glad he didn't come from way at the top of the stands. He was actually like right on the floor behind the bench, and it was just a reaction. But you can't have that reaction. Self-awareness is extremely important at this moment, at this time in life. This is the SEC championship. This game is generating millions on top of millions on top of millions of dollars. And your little black butt think you finna just go on there and jump out and destroy this and make this environment safe, not safe. Man, you done lost your mind, man.
That's the key part, is he overreacted as if, like he saw a knife or something, or somebody had a weapon on the court. It would be validated then. Like, all right, cool. I saw it's nothing. And then you got to think, when he came onto the court, the other players, especially as you on the field, you don't know what they got. So he put other players in danger because he could have had a weapon. That makes sense. So he just did not think about that at all. And it made it way bigger than what it was by coming out there.
Yeah, exactly. He made the brawl actually a brawl by jumping out there, because it was just like a little push down, and somebody, they wasn't even throwing fists, and it wasn't even getting crazy like that, from what I saw. But then he jumped out there.
Now you did hit on something that was just personally on my mind. I always thought about this, but why is it that when us have a fight or altercation, it's immediately associated with thugs, whether it is or not? They're called the adjective is thugs, right? But I sat there and watched hockey the other day, and they let them fight for like a minute and sit there and watch. And I still it still looks barbaric to me. It's been a part of the game for years. I get it, but nobody associate hockey with thugs and they're fighting. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off or go a different way on this, but I was just trying to figure that out. Like, why is it always immediately thugs?
I think, if you break it down, the majority, they're saying the rules. But if you, like you say, in reality, if you look at it, it's barbaric, it's dangerous. They're fighting they have sharp objects, but it's allowed, and the rules allow that. You know what I mean? But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But
I just like to throw that.
Like you say, soon as something happens, as soon as we do something, they jump to the gun. They want to label us thugs. They want to label us hoodlums and call us all the crazy adjectives that they can possibly think, to call us at that time. You know what I mean? Like I say, we can't, we coming from the bottom up, and we don't want to give them that one up on us and that opportunity to say those things. So, we're going to live and learn from that. We're going to do better. We're going to continue to grow. And that's a part of life. So hopefully, homie, learn from that and says, I'll be more self-aware next time. You know,
if he's allowed in the stadium again, he's gonna say, you know
he's
what?
definitely not allowed in the stadium. At least not this year anymore. That
Right.
is insane. That is insanity.
Whatever game he goes to, I doubt he'll jump out there again. And it's all about living and learning. So he's not doing that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so we got Draya Michele.
Oh.
Draya Michele is reportedly pregnant from 22-year-old basketball star Jalen. Let me get the name right. I think it's Jalen Reed.
Okay.
Let me get this name right. Go ahead, Google it for me.
I got you.
Jalen Reed. I think it's Jalen Reed from Houston, Texas. Shooting guard. Now, you know, Draya, the beautiful Draya Michele, is catching a lot of slack because she's currently, I think she's 39 years old, and the basketball player is 22 years of age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's reportedly pregnant by him.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. I knew it was something like that, right?
Yeah.
Did the City Boys take a L with this one? That's what I want to know. Did the City Boys just take a L with Jalen Green, pregnating 39-year-old Draya Michele? What you think, EP? City Boys took a L for this one?
No, I'm gonna say no. And the reason why I'm gonna say no is because life is about happiness, right? And the main goal, nobody's promised a whole lot of years. The main thing you want to do is be happy out here. Now, the reason why I personally say no is because Draya, I think it's not her age that everybody's looking at. I think it's her past that everybody's looking at. Like she used to be partying, all the chain, different athletes, different dating worlds, and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, she got through with her years, and she's coming back to get a baby, right? To get pregnant, and they saying she's securing the bag or whatever the case may be. But my thing is this: maybe she's matured, right? Maybe she's in a different space right now. Maybe she's learned on how to treat a man, and it matches with what he wants because he's young. But people don't realize when you're young and have a ton of money, you kind of want what you can't have. He could have a 22-year-old, 21-year-old girls in college partying, all this stuff. He probably wants someone that's there cooking for him, asking is he okay, taking care of him. Baby, do you need this? And he's attracted to that, even though she's the older woman. Because at the end of the day, gender neutral stuff, gender-wise, if it was a man that got a 22-year-old woman, because women look for protection, nobody would say anything. Well, they still say a little something. They say, he's rocking the cradle. He's a pedophile when the girl be 22 years old. I get it. But being that women look for security and protection, having an older guy with a ton of money, everybody accepts it. When you get a woman that's pushing 40 and go get a 22-year-old, it's like, it's kind of looking like, what you doing out here? So I'm cool with it if they are both happy. Now, if he's kind of like you say trapped in there, then that's different. But it seemed like they both happy.
Right. Like you said, I'm glad you came out and said, first of all, because everybody's going to come out and say, man, he crazy, he got trapped and this and that. It's about happiness first and foremost. Got to understand and see if they're happy. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's probably not that situation. It's probably not the happiest situation. He don't really understand what he got himself into. Like you say, he's young and he's probably, I've seen athletes. I've been around and I've seen athletes. I've seen them go to clubs and strip clubs and get older women, and the women turn them out. And now it's their new wife. They going to get married in a couple months. This is their new living girlfriend because they have never been treated that way. They have never been sexually seduced that way. You know what I mean? And for them, that's all they need at that point. But for Jalen Green, it's going to hit him hard in 10 years when she's 50. When she's 50, she's a little more wrinkled than him. She's starting to look like grandma, and that's his child's mother. The reality of things is going to start again. And that's when the real happiness and the love is going to really be able to speak to us. Now, I want to say another thing too, because I got to give Draya some props and things like that, because I know a lot of people bashing her. And like you say, we don't know how happiness it is, but it is a little crazy situation sometimes when you're pregnant from two athletes and things like that, and her past. But she was married to a pro athlete before NFL player, right? They divorced and things like that. But if I understand correctly, she didn't go put him on child support. So if she's not out here getting pregnant just to go put people on child support and really chasing the bag, then now, that's kind of a different story. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't know. Like you say, did the City Boys take an L on this one? We gotta wait and see. Gotta wait and see. This is the one you gotta wait around for a little while for things to pan out to see how it plays out. Because you could be happy, man. You could be happy no matter the age difference. Now, here's the other situation. You got Drake out here. The other day, he's with Lotto's sister. I don't know if y'all know who Lotto is, the rapper. But she dates 21 Savage. But she has a beautiful young sister who's 21, 22, named Brooke Nicole, right? And they just spotted out on a date. Same difference. She's 21, 22 years old. Drake's 39, close to 40. Now, Drake, it seems like this is different. He gets a lot of backlash because he's on a date with a 21-year-old because he can potentially be her father. But it's still the same thing. It all comes down to happiness. So, like I said, you can't point one side of the gender out and not the other side of it, because at the end of the day, it's about happiness. If you're 50 and you're 20, if you're 60 and you're 30, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. Can't nothing in the world defeat that. Like, happiness is the key.
Right.
But again, is this happiness? We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see, brothers. We gotta wait and see. But hey, one thing in life you must do: live by this code. I'm telling y'all, live by this code. Don't go around here trying to like somebody that don't like you and chase people that ain't showing you no attention and things like that. Just like who like you. It's that simple in life. Go like who like you. Don't think you gotta have this and that, all these worldly, pretty, exotic booties and things like that in life. Like who like you, man. Life will be much easier and smoother.
Golden nuggets right there, brother. That's coming from a guy that's been in the world and understand on how the world works and how fake stuff is and how real. Just like you, and your goal is happiness. Not momentary happiness, but happiness because you brought my eye up on something.
Right.
Their kid 5 years old, right? They're going to school. And you know how you got to register the kids for school or whatnot? And Jalen walk in there, right? He's looking 26. Draya looking 46, right? And they tell him, okay, so Jalen, you brought your mom. So you're the grandma, and he gonna look like nah, that's that's my lady.
every time that's brought up, it's gonna hit him right in the heart, like, oh man, and it's gonna make him start thinking twice and 3 times about the situation. You know what I mean? Gonna start looking like, gonna start noticing all the little different funny things. But that's fun. I just thought of a story. I always got a dang story. So let me give y'all a story of what Jalen Green is going through, because I went through it, and I'm gonna give y'all word for word this story. So I'm going through the airport. I'm in the NFL. I'm young. I'm learning life, right? Got a bunch of money and things like that. And I meet this beautiful older lady. And she gets on the plane. And she kind of, flirting with me, trying to make herself be known and present. So we get off the plane. Somehow she connected with me. We talked, we exchanged numbers. And I end up taking her home right from the flight. Right? So we connected instantly. So I dropped off, boom. I think it was the next day or something. I don't know. It might have been the same night. She's older later now. I pick her up. We go out to the club. We leave the club. and she drunk, and she is turning my lights out. I can't even drive to the destination. She on top of me with no dress on, letting that thing ride. She is trying to trap me in every situation. That's how I'm thinking in my eyes, but I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm gonna make sure I'm protected and this and that. Now, we finally get to our spot. We don't even make it to the hotel, like Coach Belichick would say. God damn it. How hard is it to go get a room? We in front of somebody's house in my truck. And listen, she turning my lights out. But good thing I got experience, like Mr. EP said already. I had already been doing the high school, middle school, and things like that. So we in the truck, and she turning my lights out. I'm talking about the whole front seat is messed up. The whole front, the entire front seat is just, woo! It's really, really a lot of liquid going on in the front seat. And man, like I say, it was the time of my life. It was one of the best times. But I understand this is just something to do for fun. This is, temporary. If we build a relationship after that, then so be it. But I don't see this as something long lasting, something I want to connect to for the rest of my life. This is just temporary fun. But like I said, I'm not holding back. If we build and we grow together and like each other and so on and so forth, then so be it. But that's how you get trapped right there. I'm telling you, just like that, boy, they got experience. They've been around, boy, and they know what they want. They know what it takes, boy. And listen, man, hey, it's easy to get caught up in those little situations. So Jalen Green,
you saying right now, you would be depressed or miserable if you would have married that person.
Oh, are you kidding me? Man, it would have been like crazy. We probably would end up being cool, calm, and collect, and have a cool, friendly relationship. But as far as how I see life and the ways I want to go and things like that, it was no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Even worse, have a baby. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that ain't even possible. Can't mess up like that, baby. Jalen Green can't do that, baby.
You just helped a lot of young millionaires out there, brother, who don't have these conversations with nobody, and they got a lot of money and they're out there living. You just help them out once they tune in.
Yeah, I understand that, man. Hey, and I know that condom is always in the back pocket. Just take a little time. You ain't gotta, just take a little time. You ain't gotta rush. Get it off and put it on. Don't throw it off either. Don't throw it off until you're sure. You know what I mean? But live your life, brother. Now, self-evaluation. Jalen Green, Johnson brother from the brawl that happened at the LSU game. Got to do a lot of self-evaluating in life. And I wonder, do people regularly self-evaluate themselves on a daily basis? Or is that something that people do, Because I do it all the time. And that's how I'm able to, hold myself accountable and get better in life, right? And my years of self-evaluating myself and understanding how people perceive my, I guess, leadership, my ways, because I'm a natural leader, right? And that's how I live my life. I don't really understand other ways, you know what I mean? And so what I'm getting to is my problem in life is what I learned is my competitive ways make people uncomfortable and hold them accountable. And what do you mean by that, Asante? Like, first of all, everything I do in life is I like to compete. I don't know why, but I end up turning everything into a competition. Who can win first? Who can, accomplish this the most, and so on and so forth. Every day I wake up, it's like, something is, trying to be done, right? Now, when you're self-evaluating yourself, right, every day, right, you have to use your peers around you, right? And you have to understand what's real and what's not real, because everything is not going to be so accurate when you have outsiders being able to like you say, it's kind of like the nice guy thing. When you give a person an opportunity to, and you're showing people that you're vulnerable, that gives them an opportunity to take advantage of you, right? So
Right.
when you're using outsiders to help you evaluate, you have to understand how to determine the truth too. So for me, like I said, they will say I can't be talked to. They will say, he's hard headed, this and that. And no, I'm easy to talk to. I love to talk through everything. I can talk through. If it takes 20 minutes, I can talk through it. I want to talk through it. I don't want to leave our conversation until we have a solution or understanding. If we agree to disagree, that's cool too. But just make sure we talked it through and we understand. So now, my competitive nature makes everybody uncomfortable because everyone isn't up to the task at all times. So if I'm on the track coaching track, and I just came to this track team, and I see things different because I know things can be a lot better. I'm going to express that will and that desire, and I'm going to show everyone that what I'm saying is real, right?
Right.
And then when it happens, now everybody's uncomfortable and don't want me around and so on and so forth, right? And it go on with everything. And then, like I say, with the Andy Reid situation, with the Bill Belichick situation, just being competitive and express myself. And that's what I just wanted to put that out there because that's what I come down to, is self-evaluating myself, right? It's like, I'm very critical of myself, and that's why I'm able to be critical of other ones first, or other people, because I hold myself to a high standard. And before I point the fingers at anyone, the family members and so on and so forth, I'm going to point the finger at myself first and see what I can do better. But at the end of the day, I have to learn how to not be so competitive and not express my will in every situation, because it makes people entirely too uncomfortable. And yeah, that's what I learned about myself. You know what I mean? What about you, brother? Anything you learned about yourself over the years, evaluating yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm a huge self-evaluator. It can be good or bad. The thing about self-evaluation is that it's not a right or wrong. It's almost like archery, right? Like a bullseye, right? When you're trying to hit it, right? Darts, you're never trying to hit the red where you're right all the time. You just bam, I'm 100% bam in the red. You're trying to get close to the red, right? To make the bigger picture to win the game. There's no need to miss here. You're trying to get closest to the red as possible. So in life, we're not trying to be 100% right. We're trying to be close to right. So self-evaluating is allowing you to do that. The problem is people just want to be right and stuck in their way, and they don't know nothing else. And you can't argue, and they're going to argue with you because they are right and they want you to agree with them. So I'm not going to say that you, in your particular situation, you're saying your competitive edge, you want to come on. I think it was cool. It's just cool to evaluate it. Mine personally, I realized I probably evaluated other people's stuff too much, right? Throughout my career, I always consider how other people felt, what they need. And I kind of took off when I decided to say, what do I want? What do I need? And being comfortable with saying, no, I'm doing this. No, I'm not doing that. That's what elevated me on my self-evaluating, is that I was given a little bit too much to other people's, other situations, other people's ideas, businesses, thoughts, energies. So now I'm just like, nope, I'm doing mine. I self-evaluate every day. Sometimes I say, could I have done a better job with this? Yes. Could I have done a better job with that? Or how can I be better today? Those are like normal questions I think about daily in my life.
Wait, so you're saying that you would have outsiders pulling on you, or you would have to help them and you cut them off, or how do you break that down? What you was saying?
What I mean is everybody needs, right? And everybody don't have good intentions or hearts. So when you're doing stuff, you'll have people in your circle of people around you that just need, and they're not feeding into you at all. So my idea was, I gotta have in my circle, I have to have stuff that's reciprocated, that's building me up as well. And it's like a reciprocal type thing to where we're both making each other better. Sonny, you just got a lot of people around you that's just pulling, get take. It'll bring you down.
Yeah.
So my self-evaluation was, let me focus on myself a little bit more and build on my stuff. And then even when I do make it, it's like I'm cool with saying no, because I'm cool with focusing in stuff that's gonna grow and good-heartedness. I can see it a mile away. I couldn't see it before. You remember like when we was younger and 22, 20, you couldn't really see who was good or not good for you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just even in business, I ain't even talking about relationships. I'm talking about personal. I'm talking about business stuff too. You're like, man, I ain't dealing with that dude no more, or I'm not getting involved. It's so many relationships you probably never would have got involved with had you had this mindset now, brother.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that's a great exercise that people can do and you can do, man, to help become better, because that's the goal in life. Everyone wants to be better and continue to grow in life. And only way you can do that is being truthful with yourself, self-evaluating yourself on a daily basis. And for instance, like after we're done with this show, I'm gonna self-evaluate my part of the show and things that I could have said better and did better. Everything I do is I'm gonna end up self-evaluating. If I have a meeting with the coach and of a high school, anything like that, when I leave that meeting, I'm evaluating to make sure I didn't say anything wrong. I felt confident in the meeting and what I said and portrayed and things like that. So, always continuing to self-evaluate is a great tool to use. And, that helps me a lot. You know what I mean? But the one thing I think the problem is that we have as humans self-evaluating is being able to be truthful with ourselves. You know what I mean? Right. And like I say, I found out, like I say I'm a nice guy. Like you say, I might have to ask people to find out the truth, because, people may perceive it different. Then you might have people like our friend, Travis Walker. You can't ask him because he's just going to be ignorant with it. You can't talk to Zunt because he just want to tell me what he want to tell me. He don't want to listen to what I want to say and the criticism or the feedback that I have. He just want to say what he want to say, get what he need, have what he want, and let it be. You know what I mean? And that's what we deal with in life, man. Got to navigate through this thing, boy. You got to be navigating,
brother. I mean, and it's real life example. You gave yours, I give mine. When I came on a couple months ago, I just came on. You like, help me out. Came on. So now I self-evaluated. I want a better look. I want to do this. I want to build up. It's not overnight. Bam, I'll log on today. Oh, man, your background looking good, brother.
Everything looking spiffy,
Looking good. Deep hat on there. You looking.
And there you go. And that's part of life, like you said. He was looking for a better look. Like you say, we don't need validation in life all the time. But guess what? As soon as he come on, boom, I gave him the validation. And you know what I mean?
Look at that difference of that look right there.
Yeah,
boy, he coming up.
Boom. As soon as he came on, he got validation without even asking, because that's part of me. Like I'm trying to explain who I am and stuff like that. Like I said, I think I'm a nice guy. He don't have to wait for me to give him credit or big him up and things like that. You look good, brother. That's what we knew. That's what we do in life. We keep it going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So free agency gonna be here Wednesday. And I don't know, we don't expect, I don't know what's going to really transpire, but, we're going to see. And, the Chargers are making a lot of moves, man. They talking about a lot of cuts and trades going on. So we're going to see what Jim Harbaugh is up to on Wednesday too. So, well, next time, man, anything else you got to say to him, brother?
No, I think free agency, they are saying, I know a couple of players like, man, this game ain't got no loyalty. They cutting everybody. So I think teams you're going to see some surprise cuts of like, wow, what really happened?
Always, yeah. Quentin Diggs, man, a Pro Bowl All-Pro safety from the Seattle Seahawks was released, about a week ago. And it was like, wow, and it's like crazy.
Yep. So it's gonna be exciting. Our next show should be good, buddy.
Yeah,
y'all have to tune
in,
baby.
It's gonna get greater and greater and greater, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Salute to the chat. You know what I mean? Until next time, baby.
Oh, hold on, Zach. Hold on. They
Talk
want to
to
know when outside sport. He want to know when we normally go live. You can give that plug real quick when we go live.
Oh, we're going live again Thursday. We're going back Thursday. We go live probably about 6, 7 o'clock Thursday.
PM.
Mondays at 10 a.m. Thursdays about 6, 7 p.m.
Gotcha.
Appreciate the love, man. We salute, man. Till next time, we out, baby.
Peace.